EcoHealth.
Welcome to Operation Mosquito Grid. I'm Christian and this is Carol Ann, and we're from your local mosquito and vector control district.
The purpose of this program is to determine if any Aedes mosquitoes are present around your home.
You'll do that by clearing the area around your home of all trapped water and removing all containers, wet or dry. After that, you'll set a surveillance tool, an egg cup, for 1 week.
The dried egg papers from the cup will be examined under the microscope to see if any Aedes eggs have been deposited.
Eggs or no eggs, all information on the presence or absence of Aedes is very important.
So we need as many participants as possible to wipe mosquitoes out of our neighborhoods and off the grid.
Here are some local students to give you a detailed rundown of the program. Good luck!
Sign-ups and parent permission. Share with your parent or guardian the link to the online parent permission slip or get a paper copy of the form from your teacher. Have a parent or guardian submit the permission slip online form, or submit a signed paper copy to your teacher by the deadline. To join the team, you must first answer all of the questions on the online survey.
Only students who have completed the sign-up and permission by the deadline will receive an agent number and a kit.
Welcome to Operation Mosquito Grid agents. You have just joined a top secret mission of our top research professionals, and you are assigned to help them track down the most dangerous animal on the planet.
This is a citizen science program designed to conduct surveillance on Aedes mosquitoes and gather intel on where invasive Aedes mosquitoes can be found, but just as importantly, not found. Be observant and stay on the down low with us, and we'll teach you how to handle this dangerous threat.
Agents, before we begin, here's some important information you need to know about our targets. Mosquitoes must have water to grow. Female mosquitoes look for trapped water or places that have had trapped water in the past and lay their eggs there.
We all hear about the diseases mosquitoes can transmit, but really, do you want to walk around school with giant, itchy, red swellings covering your body? What if you got bitten on your eyelid? Or worse, on the end of your nose? Aedes mosquitoes bites can swell up to titanic proportions. Ew.
The best way to avoid bites is to wear insect repellent on your skin. If you don't have access to repellent, then remember the 3 L's. Long, loose, and light. Wear long sleeve shirts and long pants that are loose fitting and light to keep you cool, and shoes that protect your feet.
Mosquitoes are always looking for an opportunity to make your home their home. Pull out your water sampling kit contained in the smaller resealable bag. Use this to collect samples from any trapped water you might find around your home when you clear your property before setting up the lure. Okay, agents, if you think that you see any baby mosquitoes, make sure to get rid of them. Remember, not to fill the cup all the way. Leave 1/4 to 1/2 inch air gap between the surface of the water and the lid. Don't poke holes in the lid or tape the lid down or wrap the cup in plastic wrap, or else it can mess up the cup and it will leak. Put the lid on the cup and snap it down. Then put the cup back into the plastic reusable bag and zip the bag shut. This is the easiest and best way to save and deliver the water sample.
You can begin your mission by surveilling the area around your home and looking for anything that is holding trapped water or has held trapped water in the past. Why? Removing all trapped water and the containers that can catch and hold water eliminates mosquito growing sites and makes it easier to attract female mosquitoes. This can include flower pots, some of which have this discolored ring on the bottom called a mineral ring, which is important to get rid of because it signals to mosquitoes that this pot has or used to hold water. Another item can be a dog bowl, or even toys that are left outside that can hold water, such as buckets. Once you find these sources, you will collect a water sample from any items holding water. Then, tip out the remaining water. Then, toss and put away any unused containers that can catch and hold water.
Once we have collected water from different places, we're going to put it under a microscope. A picture and possibly a short video of any organisms or other material found in the water sample will be posted to an image sharing site called Padlet.
We will also remind you to wash your hands after you have finished preparing the area around your home. You don't want the rungs on top of nasty, ginormous bites. So be smart and proactive, like us.
All of these steps are necessary to attract mosquitoes to your lure cup. Your lure cup will tell you whether you have invasive Aedes mosquitoes or not, but our professionals will tell you more about that later.
Didn't find any trapped water? Super. You're one step closer to setting up your lure.
Those water samples going back to the lab can be put in the return bin provided. Your teacher will fill you in on what to do. If you cleaned up the area around your home and didn't find water, then you're ready for the next step. Stay tuned for further instructions.
Some items need to be tossed out, others can be recycled. Those wanted but not needed at the moment should be cleaned and stored in a dry place where they can't collect unwanted water. Check with an adult about which items can be tossed out, recycled, and which need to be cleaned and saved.
Agents, grab your grid kit and pull out the lure cup, the spike, and the paper.
Choose a location for the detection lure that is cool and sheltered from the wind. This will make it more attractive to mosquitoes.
Keep in mind that other agents may use the area. Hide the lure cup in areas such as a tree, bush, or even behind other objects so it is out of the hands of those who will touch it.
Be sure to add a sign letting others know that it is not trash.
Check on the cup from time to time to make sure it hasn't been knocked over or removed. If the lure cup has been disturbed, refill it and relocate it into a safer location.
Lost the paper? Take a paper bag and cut it to fit the lure cup. Place the piece of paper in the cup and make sure the edge of the paper is above the waterline. FYI, the project is not complete if you fail to return the lure paper by the deadline.
You need to use the spike to secure the cup. If the ground is soft enough, then attach the spike to the bottom end of the cup. If the ground is hard and flat, or if you're placing the cup on a hard surface, leave the spike in the bag. And yes, we want it back along with the lure cup.
Using a pencil or ballpoint pen, write your agent number on one end of your lure paper. To find your agent number, look at the white label on the lure cup. If you forget to label the lure paper, you may not receive credit for this section of the project. On the bottom of the lure cup is a central hub with a short side spoke sticking out on either side. Align the spoke on the bottom of the lure with the opening on the spike. Push down and twist firmly to the right, clockwise or righty-tighty. Make sure the spike clicks. If turning the spike hurts, wrap a towel around the spike, but be careful not to twist too hard and don't use pliers. Pliers will damage the spike and could tear off the bottom of the cup.
Loosely roll the lure paper with the short black line facing in. Slide the lure paper into the cup and tap it down so the bottom edge of the paper is all the way at the bottom of the lure cup. At the sink, slowly fill the cup with water, turning it to wet all parts of the lure paper and to keep it in place. Fill the cup with water until the water level reaches the line on the paper. Put your lure cup filled with water and with the lure paper in the spot you picked out and leave it there for the whole week. Check it regularly to make sure it hasn't been knocked over. You're finished with step 3. Check your calendar for the next due date. It's been 1 week since you put your lure out. Carefully pull the paper out of the lure and place it on a clean, flat surface where it can dry. Weigh it down with rocks or dry it on a towel indoors to keep from losing the paper.
Your cup and spike, if labeled on loan, along with the dried lure paper, must be returned by the deadline. And when you're done, make sure you put it back in the large resealable bag where it came from. Thanks!
What do 80s eggs look like? Well, they're very small and hard to see. Under magnification, 80s eggs kind of look like tiny black grains of rice. Kind of like this. Now that's some rice I wouldn't want to eat.
You must return your used lure paper back to the lab for analysis. Once completely dry, carefully roll the lure paper and put it back in the lure cup, or if no cup is to be returned, back in the resealable bag. Return the cup and the spike, if marked on loan, and paper to the return bin at your school by the deadline.
You have completed step 4. Check your calendar for the kit return deadline and check for the next step. You're almost done.
After handling the dirty items, wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water. Once you have done that, you may go on with your day.
You will receive a post-assessment survey. Be sure to fill it out by the deadline to become a Vector Inspector of the Year.
You will also receive 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months assessments in the future.
Agents, becoming a Vector Inspector of the Year means you have gone above and beyond for your community.
Agents, in order to become a Vector Inspector of the Year, you must complete the following tasks.
Submit a used egg paper.
Number 3, submit your cup and spike. Number 4, submit the post-assessment survey.
Submit the 1, 3, and 6-month check-in surveys. Timing is crucial. If all these steps are completed by the deadlines provided, you will be promoted to Vector Inspector of the Year.
Thank you for doing your part in keeping your friends, family, and community safe from mosquito-borne diseases and keep mosquitoes off the grid.
Good